do you really feel? This is for cancer clients and those that are critically ill or with serious illnesses. How do you really feel? I think it's really important in going through my journey to do your research, to read. Um, I have a lot of books that I look up tumors, I look up cancer, what causes cancer, what is cancer, what herbs heal cancer, what aromatherapy, what are the facts, and talking with the doctor, finding a doctor you feel comfortable with that does not mind asking questions. What treatments are they giving you, proposing? If you are taking drugs, what are the side effects? What are drugs exactly? Um, how's it going to affect your body, your mind? Because everybody's different. And it's very, very important to, yes, you can look at what other people are doing and their results, but remember, you're a different being. You're a different person. Your situation is uniquely different, although it might be the same illness. So it's very important to, if you are overwhelmed, to bring someone with you. Like today, I bought my best friend, Tiffany. She came with me with the doctor, and it was very nice. And she asked some questions that I have forgotten. Sometimes you're so overwhelmed that you may not, I wrote down my questions, but you might forget, and so it's good to bring someone else or have someone else there to speak with you when you can't speak for yourself, because you can be in shock a lot of times of hearing the diagnosis or whatever. I know when my husband and I first went and we first heard this, and we were kind of like, wow, like what now? We were kind of like, whoa, and we hugged each other, and that was a beautiful moment. He hugged me and was very, it almost wants to bring me to tears, but it just drew us closer together. Um, it really did. It drew us closer together. And my daughter Aubrey, even though she's far away, she's been very supportive, and I love talking to her as an adult, and my son. And I don't know. I think when you go through things like this, you learn a lot. You learn a lot and you really learn what's important. But it's so important to journal, to research, to ask questions, um, to find out what's right for you. Everybody's different. In working on over 4,500 cancer clients previous and others that were sick holistically, I know when I worked in the beginning, I'm like, no, you got to do it this way and blah, blah, blah. But I really start listening to people and seeing that each individual is different. And you give some of the facts and research and make them take charge of themselves, what it is that they want. There was one lady I remember a long time ago, and I came to her and was helping her, and she says, I'm ready to go. And she had some little girls. She says, I want to go. She says, no, Zelia, I was giving her a bath. And she says, I'm going to talk with the family. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to move on. And that was the hardest thing for me to accept. That was when I first got into holistic medicine. And I was like, oh no. And then as she looked at me, she says, no. She says, and she was in her late 30s. She says, I'm ready to go. And she's like, you've been great. It's nothing against you. It's my choice, my decision. I remember her saying that, and I learned a huge lesson. That the lesson that I learned was the individual, give them the power to decide. You're not there to force anything on anyone. I realize that I'm just there to basically give the message. Give the message and the choices, and it's up to the person. And that's what we forget. That it's up to the person to decide after you've given them the information or they've researched the information. It's very, very important to allow the person to choose. And when you are at that stage where people are dying, because there's sometimes where people, they've tried everything and they are actually passing, don't walk away from them. Don't turn away from them. Embrace them even more. So I know it's a hard time, but it's the last time you're going to speak to them. If you have the opportunity and the treasure to talk with them and say how you really feel, and the person that's in that situation, they need someone to be there because there's so many different feelings that are going on through people's heads. It's important to talk during that time and have that person there, to listen, you know. So, and when you triumph and make it through, it's a joy. It's amazing. So there's a lot of different things that are going on, but do the research. Make sure that you ask questions. Make sure that you journal and you find out what's right for you. All right. Have a good night, everyone. I just wanted to give you some thoughts and of my thoughts, and as I can change me. I can't change you, but I can change me. Okay. Like and follow. Take care.